What the heck is Formula One?
Pole position, strategy,
yachts and parties,
safety car, Ferrari.
beautiful corners.
Oh, right, okay. There's a car in front of you. Try and overtake it.
Oh, I hate you so much. Hello, you fools. Welcome back to another Formula Fools podcast episode. My name is David. I'm your host. I'm your expert. I am the guru of this podcast. I've not said guru that much this whole series. That's
True.
crazy.
Yeah, I think it is the second time we've commented in this series on how few times you've said guru, though, which makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. And that beautiful guy that you can hear over there is Skin,
Hello.
who is the fool of this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be weird going back to like normal episodes after this,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, we're just going to be like watching races and talking about them and asking questions about that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, as opposed to doing daily episodes.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're currently doing. 34 and 34. We're doing 34 podcast episodes in 34 days.
Hell yeah.
Daily episodes. We looked at all 11 teams. Then we looked at all the cars. Now we're looking at all the drivers.
Nice.
We have done 15. We have not
This
done
is the
15
16th.
drivers. We have looked at 15 drivers.
Nice. Good correction.
Yep. We're up to the 16th driver. Today is Lance Stroll.
Hell yeah.
What have you got for me? Tell me about Lance.
Well, are you ready for
Starting
Lance?
with his middle name.
No middle name,
Shit.
but a different last name.
Dun, dun, dun.
Lance Stroll's real name is Lance Strollovich.
Strollovich.
Yeah.
Okay.
No clue. Literally just searched it, copy and pasted it, put it in the document.
See, this is what you need. God damn, Dave.
I'm just going to fully
You're the
assume.
expert here. You need to see things like that and go a layer deeper for me. Why did
Okay.
you go by Stroll
Can
if
I-
his last name's Strollovich?
Can I give you an assumption to what it is?
Sure.
I'm going to assume that Lance Stroll's family and heritage is of a Jewish family and heritage. I know the Strolls are Jewish
Okay.
because there's that Red Bull snowboarder who married Lance's sister and he had to convert to the Jewish religion. What's the thing they do? They do a big party.
Bar mitzvahs?
Bar mitzvah. He had to have
Isn't
a
that
full
what
on.
you have when you're 13? When
Yeah,
they
but he
turn
had one as an
13
adult
or
because
something?
he had to,
Oh.
like, I don't know, like swear
I don't know. I
to
don't.
the religion or something. I don't know what you do.
No, I have no idea.
I know literally nothing about the Jewish religion.
Judaism.
Judaism, that's, yeah. So yeah, they are from Jewish heritage, so I'm going to fully assume that it is a traditional Jewish name.
Strollovich.
Yeah, like potentially from like Israel. I mean, oh, fuck,
Sure.
don't say that.
But then why get rid of it? That's what I want to know.
Well, but just
And
because, just
You
like,
don't- that's the answer you don't have.
yeah, no, okay. Well, I do have the answer for that because Strollovich is a bit of a difficult name to say in the media and on television.
You don't have
Whereas Stroll-
the answer, Dave. You're
Well, that is
hypothesizing.
1,000% the answer. 1,000%.
Okay.
My girlfriend's name is Jing Yi.
Really?
But yeah, that's her Chinese name. But her name's Lydia.
Okay, that's a completely different conversation. But explain.
Well, no, it's not because
Explain that
Lydia,
to me as well.
it's an
while we're here,
easier
yeah?
name for Western people to say.
Okay, so did she just come over here and choose Lydia?
Change her name, yeah.
Oh, legally
No,
change
she
her
just
name.
chose Lydia, yeah.
So what's on her passport?
Jing Yi. Well, it's Chinese.
Is Lydia on anything official anyway?
No, it's not legally. Lydia is not attached to her.
But people call her Lydia.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
But like that's
don't think-
it's because it's easier to say.
Sure.
It's simple
Okay,
as
yeah.
simple as that, like for media and things like that.
All right. Okay.
Easy to say, easy to sign, easier to write.
Sure. Let's talk about anything else to do with Let's Stroll.
Anything that's less
A weird
controversial,
deep dive on
potentially.
names for fuck knows what reason.
It's a 55-minute episode and all we're talking about are different types of names. Okay, so Lance Stroll or Lance Strollovich is Canadian. His date of birth is the 29th of the 10th, 1998. So he's 27 at the start of 2026. He'll turn 28 this October. His debut year in F1 was in 2017. The teams he has driven for so far up until 2026 are Williams, Racing Point, and Aston Martin.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Yes. No
Tell me more
questions
about
around.
that.
You just don't want me to talk about Williams too much? Trying to just avoid that?
No, that's fine. We can talk about Williams. I don't know exactly what order to go through things. Why don't we start earlier? Why don't we?
Okay.
Let's not start with his Formula One career and teams.
Nice.
Do you have any?
I've got a bit.
Stats,
Yeah, I've got some stuff.
Yeah, give me some
I'll go
stats.
through the rest of this. So his race starts in F1 are 190. He's had 0 wins, 3 podiums, 1 pole position, 0 championships. Goes into 2026 still with Aston Martin.
Hang on. 0 wins, 3 podiums?
3 podiums, yeah.
How many pole finishes?
1 pole.
Okay.
Don't know when that was, if I'm going to be honest with you. I can't remember what team that was with. But I know he definitely scored at least 1 or 2 podiums. I think he may have got 2 podiums for Williams.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about his junior career, because here's the thing I don't get about Lance Stroll is he has a fairly, maybe I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Lance Stroll has a fairly, how do you say, poor reputation amongst the drivers.
And the fans.
Amongst the fans, sort of in comparison to other drivers, I suppose. Like there's this idea that he's only there because his dad's a billionaire and owns the team and stuff, and he's not any good at driving, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
But then you look at his junior career and it's quite
Pretty
impressive.
good. Yeah, it's actually really good.
How do those two things marry up? Tell me a little bit about his junior career.
Well, this is the thing. Like, I think we spoke about this quite well on the Aston Martin episode. So if you haven't listened to the Aston Martin episode, go back. That would have been episode 8 or 9 or something in this series. And I gave Stroll his flowers during that episode quite well, but I will do it again now. You're absolutely correct. He's got a pretty good junior career, which we'll cover in a bit. But he is a good driver. He does deserve to be on the grid, just like Esteban, just like Pierre, just like Hülkenberg. Like he's a good midfield driver. He can occasionally pull out some really good overtaking moves or really good or defensive moves. The thing Stroll's actually pretty good at is just being fairly consistent with his tires and racing fairly consistently. The thing Stroll's bad at is occasionally doing really fucking dumb shit. Like in Brazil, I think it was last year on the formation lap, spinning, and then when you turn around to get back on the track, instead of going around the big gravel trap in front of you to join the track, he went through it and then got stuck in the gravel trap and had to, be towed and not enter the race. So like he does stupid shit like that. He also causes quite a lot of crashes or has done in the past. So, and next to some of his teammates like Fernando Alonso or Sebastian Vettel, he looks like a rookie next to them because they are just weapon drivers. So that's kind of why he's got the reputation that he's got, but he does deserve to be on the grid. Would he still be on the grid now if his dad didn't buy Aston Martin? Questionable. Very questionable. However, he would have probably still made it to F1. Okay, his dad funded a lot of his junior career and made sure that he was in the correct seats to be able to perform and but whatever. You still don't get to these seats without being semi-good. You still don't get some of the accolades that he got without being very good at what you're doing. So yes, he is a good racing driver. Yes, he does deserve or has deserved his spot in F1. Whether he still deserves it, whether he should have a longer career than or as long of a career than what he has got is questionable.
Okay.
But he definitely is. I said last year that I think that the 2025 grid was the best grid we've ever had in F1's history in terms of every single driver deserves to be there. They're all good drivers. And I know I joked sometimes last year saying, apart from Stroll, every single 20 drivers that we had on that grid last year were the best. It was the best average grid, in my opinion, that we've ever seen in Formula One on average.
Sure. Okay.
And I think it showed in the results. We saw some very close racing last year.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So, I mean, it fucking doesn't matter. It's purely hypothetical. But so if his dad didn't own Aston Martin, like to just try and get a sense of where he's at sort of thing, in your opinion, whether or not he'd be in F1 is questionable. Yeah. In terms of he'd be competing for seats like say Ocon's or Gasly's or like somewhere around that level or.
Well, I mean, in take what Aston Martin could potentially do this year away, he would be competing for the seat he's in, which was mid to lower end of the pack last season.
Yeah, okay.
He would be competing for them kind of seats. He wouldn't be competing for the Mercedes, Ferraris, McLaren, Red Bull seats. He wouldn't be up there. He would be mid to the bottom end of the field.
Okay.
Like your Williams, your Haas, your Aston Martin from last season.
Okay. But in his junior career, he was at the top end of the field.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me about that.
Yeah, so
and then help me understand how he got back to the bottom end of the field.
Yes. So in his karting junior career in 2008, he began racing at the age of 10. He won multiple Canadian and North American titles. Okay, not known for the best racing drivers in the world. I mean, Jacques Villeneuve, Williams world champion, Canadian. However, North American racing, nowhere near as good as South American racing. So yeah, he won a lot of or multiple Canadian North American titles, and was actually picked up by the Ferrari Junior Academy in 2010, where he won the 2013 CIK FIA European Championship in the KF category, which is a karting championship. So yeah, on the Ferrari program,
He was a Ferrari junior driver.
He was a Ferrari part of the Ferrari Driver Academy. So yeah, it's Ferrari Junior technically. In 2014, he competed in Formula 4. His debut in proper car racing in 2014 with Prima, which are very good junior racing team. He won the Italian F4 Championship with 7 wins and 13 podiums that season. He then went and raced a Toyota Racing Series in 2015, won the championship in New Zealand with M2 Racing. And in his FIA Formula 3 European Championship career in 15 and 16, he finished 5th in his 2015 rookie year. In 2016, he dominated the championship, winning 14 from the 30 races. And he won by a 187-point margin that season.
Sorry?
Yep.
In what? Formula 3?
Formula 3 European Championship.
100? What?
Yep. In 2016.
Crikey.
So the guy can drive.
Okay.
Yes. And this is the thing about Lance Stroll is as funny as the memes are, and as much as I don't think he would be in the sport if his dad didn't own the team right now. Like with Hülkenberg, you can have the greatest junior career. You can be a weapon coming into the sport and have all of the accolades on you, all of the pressure on your shoulders, but you can then just not perform in the sport. And I think that has been the case with Stroll, is that he did really well in all of his juniors, but he came to F1 and has struggled for various different reasons. In his Williams days, it was that Williams were on their decline when he joined them. And in the Racing Point Aston Martin days, is they've never had a car to actually compete for race wins. So we've never seen what he can do against the best.
Yeah, okay. So if he's had that junior career that's that exciting, he's won this 2016 season by 187 million points.
Yeah.
Why was he with Williams in 2017? Why was he not in some good team?
Because Williams needed, realistically, he's jumped from Formula 3 European Championship in 2016, and then he's gone to Williams in 2017. Ultimately, he's skipped Formula 2.
Oh, okay.
And he skipped the main Formula 3. He's done Formula 3 Europe. So, there's a few stages here that he skipped to get to Formula 1. And it's ultimately because his dad had money, Williams needed money, so we took a paid driver with Lance Stroll. So you could argue that, rushing his career into Formula 1, because he started a bit later. He started go-karting at 10. A lot of drivers will start at 4, 5, 6. So, he's potentially started his karting career a little bit later. So he's kind of on the back foot there in his age category. So you could argue that his rush to F1, or, his start in F1 was rushed. But certainly he's certainly not gotten significantly better from his first season. Yeah, I think, in my opinion, he has improved. I think he was dog shit in them first 2 seasons. Believe me, I was a Williams fan. I still am. So
yeah,
that hurt. But also the Williams was on decline. So it's really hard to see if it was just Stroll coming in or if it was the car also being really shit.
Yeah,
both could be equally at fault.
Okay. Who was in charge of Williams at the time? Claire?
Mm-hmm.
And did she remember any sort of quotes, or she's done
podcasts since saying that she was in the unfortunate event of having to take paid drivers. She didn't list Stroll as a paid driver, but it was very obvious that he was. Lawrence Stroll actually, interestingly, tried to buy Williams before he bought Racing Point Force India, before he did all of that and turned it into Aston Martin. I'm very glad he didn't, because we would now be Aston Martin and our Williams heritage would potentially, he might have held up our heritage and we could be Aston Martin Williams racing. But yeah, he offered to buy Williams before he offered to buy Force India.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, why? What's his tie to Aston Martin? If he bought Williams, why would he have changed it to Aston Martin?
His tie now to Aston Martin is that he runs the F1 racing team. Like he's the CEO of Aston Martin F1.
Yeah, but like, why did he when he bought Racing Point? Why did he change it to Aston Martin as opposed to just leaving it as Racing Point?
Because it was costing him and the consortium too much money to run. So they just needed a car manufacturer behind them that could get more financial gain from it.
Okay.
Because it was just a consortium of people. So it was a lot of like just hedge fund investors putting money into a pot and just pissing it away. Whereas Aston Martin can actually market it and then turn it to sell more Aston Martin cars.
Gotcha. They
kind of had no product to turn it on to selling.
Okay.
Kind of thing. So yeah, it just kind of made sense. When the Aston Martin deal came up, it made sense for Lawrence to go and do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Clara said like, there was times where she considered doing it, and then she wanted to try and hold on to the team as long as possible and see if there was a way that the team could stay family owned. And there obviously just wasn't in the end. But yeah, Lawrence went on and bought Aston Martin, and that is also why a lot of people say Stroll, like Lance Stroll, is only driving because Lawrence Stroll bought the team, because it was like he drove for Williams and then Lawrence Stroll went and bought that team, and then it was just like he no longer drove for Williams, he drives for this team. And it was just that was the most clear thing, and people are still hanging on to that happening kind of thing.
Okay, gotcha. Another question about when he was driving for Williams.
Yeah.
When he started driving for Williams, he left the Ferrari program.
Yes.
Is there anything, are they related to each other in some way? Why would you have to leave the Ferrari program to drive for Williams?
You wouldn't necessarily. It would just be that with Williams being a Mercedes-powered team, it potentially was that Lawrence may have been pushing Ferrari to try and get him into a Sauber or a Haas kind of situation, and they weren't having it. So Lawrence just decided, I'll pull him out and I'll pay for, I'll give Williams some money or some sponsorship or whatever to be able to let him drive. So that could have been a business decision from Lawrence's point of view. I'm not 100% on that, but yeah, there's nothing to say that a Ferrari Junior can't drive for Williams.
Okay.
That we're tied to Mercedes from an engine point of view. Back then, it would have been frowned upon heavily because Toto was going to give us discounts to race their juniors. So
yeah, okay.
It would not have been good for us in that time because we were under massive financial difficulties.
Okay.
But yes, I've been looking at iconic moments for all of the drivers, and I think an iconic moment for Lance Stroll was in 2023, ahead of the season. He had a incident while training on his bike, and I can't remember I think he was hit by a car or something like that, broke his wrist, and a fuck ton of bones in I think both of his hands as he like went to catch himself off the bike, like really fucked him up. Had this crazy surgery to like repair his hands, put all these metal rods in, and made it to the first race of the season. Was in excruciating pain the entire weekend, and on straights you could see him just taking his hands off the wheel, but fucking carried on going. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and race just like powered through the pain.
Why?
Because he just wanted to go racing.
Wait, what? What year was that?
2023.
Holy hell, man.
And this is the thing when people, like you can have the jokes and everything, but if you want to question Lance Stroll's determination and drive to be able to want to race a car, that story there shows you how determined the kid is. Like he broke almost a lot of bones in his hand and wrist and had this insane surgery like a week or two out from the thing and still raced. Like it was crazy how quick he came back. And anyone that doesn't know, you need to use your hands quite a bit when driving an F1 car.
Yes. Okay. All right.
So yeah, so that's a fun little fact, and I think one of his most iconic moments away from the racing track. Looking at where he's at in 2026, honestly, he's in a very good position. This could be a very good year for him. First Adrian Newey designed car for Aston Martin. Aston Martin have obviously been investing heavily in their facilities, their infrastructure, their back of house team, their number 2 driver or their second driver with Fernando Alonso. And so, for Lance Stroll, if they can put a car underneath him that is capable of winning races, we could see Lance Stroll on the podium this year, fairly regular. We could see Lance Stroll win a race this year. we could see Lance Stroll help the team compete for a Constructors' Championship. Huge.
Don't get me so excited, Dave.
So there's a lot of promise. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential there for Aston Martin and for Lance Stroll this season. The things I think he needs to really look out for is being swallowed up, if that is the case, by Fernando Alonso and being massively outperformed. Like, we could be looking at, him winning the championship by 187 points. We could see a 187 point difference between him and Fernando very easily this season, because Fernando is just a weapon. So he needs to make sure that doesn't happen, and he needs to stay consistent. Instead of trying to chase a race win in the early days, if they have got pace, he needs to pick up a podium instead of a race win, because he needs consistency over a season instead of one-off results.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
But that is all we've got for Lance Stroll this week, today.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you very much for listening. I hope that we've been able to sway your opinion or change your opinion on how you look at Lance Stroll. Still do the memes. I will still make jokes about him all season, and hopefully we have some iconic Stroll moments this year. Yeah. If you've not listened to any of the previous podcasts, please go back and listen. This series has been an absolute effort from both me and Skin. It's currently like 11:15 at night, and we are sat in the studio recording. We've done 4:30, 5 a.m. wake ups to be able to bring you these episodes. We're doing this no matter if it kills us or not. And yeah, so it means a lot that you're listening. And if you are listening and you've heard up until this, drop us a comment and just tell us that you appreciate me and Skin, please, because that would be great. And we'll see you tomorrow for Pierre Gasly's episode.
Bye.